and businesses in our country. Azimio believes that Kenyans can only thrive if we stimulate the economy, not if we arbitrarily and consistently raise their tax burden. If the bill is passed as written, Kenyans must be prepared to give up their belts or what remains of them in the second wave of KK taxes. We know that ordinary Kenyans, Mamamboga, border riders, and the people of Mjengo and Kokoteni have nothing to gain from this bill because Kenya Kwanza is targeting them for the second time with a double taxation plan that aims to increase taxes by approximately 24,000 shillings per adult Kenyan per year. The majority of the tax measures in the 2024 finance bill are punitive in nature with substantial consequences for Kenyans. For example, the new tax on motor vehicles proposes a 2.5% tax on the value of motor vehicles with a minimum of 5,000 shillings and a maximum of 100,000 shillings, which if adopted will raise the cost of car ownership and result in higher insurance rates in the transportation and logistics industries, thereby increasing the cost of living via a multiplier effect. The new withholding tax on digital marketplaces levies a 20% tax on non-residents and 5% on residents' income from digital marketplaces. This will raise tax compliance expenses for digital marketplace operators, perhaps leading to higher pricing for consumers as businesses pass on the tax burden. The proposed rise in excise duty on money transfer services from 15% to 20% will raise the cost of financial transactions, hurting both businesses and individuals who use these services daily. The significant economic presence tax, which proposes to replace the digital service tax with a 30% tax on non-resident digital service providers' taxable profit, calculated as 20% of gross turnover, will significantly increase the tax burden on digital service providers from 1.5% under DST, abbreviation for digital service tax, to an effective rate of 6%. This will deter digital companies from operating in Kenya, which could stunt the sector's expansion. Kenya's efforts to establish a circular economy to manage its waste and become a regional recycling hub will be further undermined by the recently proposed eco-levy environmental tax, which targets importers and manufacturers of specific products to set up waste management infrastructure. This new tax will duplicate the current levy mandated under Extended Producer Responsibility (EPR) scheme and will also remove the incentive to increase investments in recycling waste products. Additionally, the eco-levy will be detrimental to wananchi as it will increase prices for all plastic packaging materials, batteries, and hygiene products. For instance, the 150 shilling levy per kilogram of plastic packaging will increase the cost of a 400-gram loaf of bread by 9 shillings, from 65 shillings to 74 shillings. Increase 1 liter of cooking oil by 16.81 shillings, from 300 to 316.81. Increase of 1 kilogram of powder detergent by 30 shillings, from 200 to 230. Bread and other necessities will now be subject to a standard rated VAT instead of zero rated VAT, which will directly affect household spending and drive up the already expensive cost of living. As Azimio, we firmly believe that these are serious ramifications for Kenya's economy and standard of living if the bill is passed into law. Should it be put to effect, It will significantly raise production costs, will destroy the industry's ability to compete